Alrighty, welcome back to The Devil in Detail, the Grendel reread podcast. I'm Eli.
I'm Ben, and we're back with our 127th, I think, episode. It's the second issue of what's it called? Devil Crucible Defiance, the first mini-series of three. Wow, so good. Uh,
Yes.
Eli, what are you up to? Tell me about your adventures. I'll tell you about mine. We'll go to the intro and talk about this fine comic book.
That sounds great, Ben. Again, Cosmic Lion Productions, as always, is cranking away. We had an amazing Rose City Comic Con, which went off great. We got to hang out. Oh, I think I already talked about this. Maybe not. We didn't do it last time. Rose City Comic Con was amazing. Got to hang out with some amazing people. Start some amazing things that you'll probably hear about in the future. We got to work. I got to meet two of the amazing creators, Ben Perkins and John Burkett of Cosmic Line Productions. John Burkett's brand new book, Feral Star, dropped last week. Cosmic Line Productions is gonna be in force at Kevin Smith's Chronic Con for real. I have a brand new Kevin Smith zine that I'm putting out too for it. That I have a bunch of like old stuff that I've done. I've done a lot of work trying, with Kevin Smith. I've been drawing Jay and Silent Bob since middle school.
With him in mind.
With him in mind,
Kevin Smith in mind.
and trying to work with him, or I really wanted to have him on my podcast, Cosmic Line Radio, for the 50th episode, and I did all this work, comics and stuff, and would tweet it at him and see if he would come out, but he never did. Though he liked a few things, and then that same exact year he did promos for San Diego Comic Con at Meltdown Comics in front of the Indie Comics rounder in spinner rack.
Yeah.
And Monkey Lion was like right over his shoulder the entire time. Every single promo he did for San Diego Comic Con, Monkey Lion was just right over his shoulder. That's
It was
my
his
call.
better angel for sure.
It was so sick. Anyway, so we're gonna have a new zine, Chronic Con, October 10th through 13th in Chicago, IL. If you're gonna be there, check out Cosmic Lion Productions there. And just excited about everything. Cosmic Lion books are now available in your local comic shop via Diamond. So that's huge. I could go on all day. But Ben, what about you, man? What you been doing?
We got the indie film that I storyboarded this summer started photography today.
Yes.
And there's a panel in the storyboard that it called for a family passing by the main character that he notices them or whatever it is. So I drew my family, and it'll be a very true to life storyboard panel.
Direct adaptation.
Yeah, apparently, we're gonna take our kids uptown and be in this movie for like half an hour tomorrow. So that should be a lot of fun.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, man. That's I think that's it for me. There's stuff I'm forgetting, but if I forget too much, I won't be able to talk about Grendel.
That's true. So we want to give it away now?
All the way. We're giving it all away. Let's go.
It's like the devil is my best friend. On the rose with the pen to the fork end, or till time end. Like Orion, Jupiter, my kin, bloodline private. We control the whole shit. The wolf won't beef, then we feast off the rip. Behold the devil in detail. Behold the devil in detail.
All right, we are back. The Devil in Detail. Thanks again for that theme song that we haven't heard for a few weeks. Manus and Laserdisc. Manus and Zach. I'll never get it right. Zach.
Easy. All right, so this is the second issue of
Devil's Crucible.
Crucible Defiance. There you go.
Yeah.
Here's the mission summary so far. After the events in Grendel Devil's Odyssey, Grendel Prime returns to Earth from his exploration through space and is surprised to find a harsh homecoming on a desolate planet that has become hostile to all things Grendel. After a run-in with the local anti-Grendel squad, Grendel Prime finds there's still some people who remain loyal to Grendel. Okay, great. So
Okay.
we've decided to change the format up because the book is like live and
It's a fresh book that you need to get off your LCS shelves.
and the whole thing is the storytelling. Like My favorite thing about getting these books, Eli, is the moment I get them, I flip through them in 25 seconds and I absorb the story pictorially. And every single beat, rhythm, and intention is baked right into the artwork. And then when you read the text, it makes the thing much richer.
Yes, agreed.
Right? Because the text isn't, Stan Lee likes to describe what's happening in the panels that you're looking at as if your eyes don't work. But this is literary.
Yeah,
So
we don't need that.
So anyway, the book is live. It's going to be
Right.
live for another 2.5 years or so, something like that. There's going to be a
Yeah.
year in between. So
Yeah, so we're just gonna talk about it. We don't need to
let's talk about
show the pages. I don't need to, say laboriously edit for 2 or 3 hours another day of the week. We can just kind of chill and
I
chat.
gotta,
Oh, hey, I did want to say something. I have this in my bag and board because I had this when I went to Rose City.
oh, cool.
This is from Diana, who I
Oh,
got to hang out with at Rose City Comic Con. It's from she had to miss her Eisner Hall of Fame induction because of plane troubles. And so at Rose City last year, Matt got a bunch of her friends together and surprised her at a panel to like celebrate her like Eisner
Wow.
Hall of Fame. And so Matt had these made up and had a bunch of them printed and gave them out to everyone who was in the room.
Oh, that's a print. I thought that was
It's like a little postcard, yeah.
I thought it was original artwork. I was very confused for a moment.
Oh man, I wish it
It's a
was.
very nice print.
They're
And
like little postcards, yeah.
There's Di reading Supergirl.
Exactly. And being
Helping the kids in the orphanage.
Very cool. Shout out to Diana as always. I don't know where it is. All right. All right, cool. So on this first page, it's epic. We kind of come right in and we're with who we're going to meet as like, I don't know, the big bad, but the major bad people in this issue, the Necro Lords, right?
This is your classic Umbra sprite.
Yeah. Dark magic.
Storytelling bit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your empire, the vampires. There's a nice chunk of exposition coming up, and so we'll leave it to that. But yeah, and they're like looking at the tapes. Look at this guy.
Yeah. They don't know. He's a Grendel. They don't know which Grendel he is. I love like the Count Orlok shit, like the big teeth.
Oh, the teeth up front. Yeah. There's a lot of like, as we all know this. Matt is a huge fan of Dracula. So it's like, and as we said in our interview, he's like, yeah, it's not lost on me that I'm knee deep in vampires. So he's got a love for him and he's making it his own in this cool way.
It just worked out that way. I really like the Clive Barker what Xenobite kind of S&M spiky bald shit going on, and
Yeah.
very good.
The leather. A lot of emphasis on nipples and balls and stuff coming up in this vampire style.
It's a super quick scene because the tone changes with the turn page, and Brennan takes us like to the next day.
Killed
and
it.
They're on their way back, and Grendel's being super mysterious.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I don't know who I am. I mean, I don't need to walk, or I won't get tired if I walk, and I don't need to sleep. I'll be fine. I mean, they're like mysterious and mysteriouser, Grendel.
Yeah. This is where the spread ends with Ptolemy showing off her technological prowess.
Yeah, nice little
set up a cloaking device. Okay. All right, we can
and like you said, each spread of this book so far, the tone has completely changed. It's going from like green and earth tones to like warm and like black and red, right back and forth, back and forth. It's really great.
On the next spread,
Love it.
What's his name? Hari? When he
Harry.
giving the backstory, the tone goes right back to Necrolord.
Yes.
And I know that this is one of your absolute favorite spreads in 40 Years of Grendel.
I fucking love it. You know how much I like creative, different Grendel ideas. I've talked to Matt and he's just like, they just come out. Like they just like, I love each and every one of these. Like the one that kind of looks like the Paul Grist Grendel a little bit. We almost have a Zappa-esque Grendel going on here. This like Pharaoh Grendel. Oh, that's kind of like Ptolemy's mask. But I mean, it's amazing. The third one on the right, or like the first one on the right, that is so sick. That's like
how about this Kamen Rider Tokutatsu one with the insect eyes?
Yeah, exactly. I love this.
Spread is designed as montage with the long and winding road, carving shit up, and vampires and the stalactites, and then just bleeds into the next page. All these elements just like this is like the Masters Edition,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Is like, all right, let's take things up to the next level of like really thoughtful,
Like
spread focused.
swooping
Yeah, man.
action and
Awesome.
it's like, so I mean, it really is like in all that time, Grendels were outlawed. They were then all killed, which gave rise to the vampires because they were like an equalizing force on Earth, I guess. So like then the vamps started coming back until the three most enterprising vampires became the Necrolords.
Yeah, they set up the cathedrals
Oh
and
no,
the
no. Okay, so Matt explained this to me. I think he told both of us. Cathedrals, casino,
yeah,
cathedrals. Yeah, he told us that. It's such a smart thing. Sorry, psyched.
well, this is one every page, every single spread of this is
Mhm.
packed with sort of this apocalypse now redux feeling. Not so much
Oh,
apocalypse now, but like the remastering vibe.
yeah.
All the tropes and images from 40 years, we talked about this with Matt, are now being
We keep
remade,
saying that.
reconsidered, reconfigured,
Yeah,
and uh, it really the Masters Edition vibe is carrying over into this book so far. I'm
yeah,
not going to say in a way that Odyssey, COVID and Odyssey is its story unto itself.
yeah.
This is
Truly
the
is.
stories unto themselves.
Yeah, and like they have to hide themselves here too. And so we're back then on the next spread with Harry and Ptolemy, Hari and Ptolemy and Prime. And so, this was the story. He was telling them all the backstory until like they're like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" And they're like, "This can't be another drone." And they're like, she's like, "It's not, baby. It's a
Yeah,
biker gang."
they're both the new Grendels and Prime are being very cagey.
Exactly. Like we have no idea what they know. They're not freely sharing information.
But the thing is, you can read this book without a single word.
Yeah.
I
The
love
the storytelling is so clear.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely clear.
These guys who come in on the skiffs they're hired. They're like a gang that like lives in the cathedrals and like in
Yeah.
exchange for pleasure, they'll go do mercenary work. That's sort of
This grew out of the Devil May Care motorcycle gang of Grendels. I wonder if some people were given the option. Of course, I'm sure they were there like, do you renounce Grendel or are you gonna, some people stood up, but then other people were probably like, we're not Grendels, but we'll help you find them. So maybe
yeah.
this grew out of those
Well,
biker gangs or
this
the
guy got one of those the skulls.
right, like
That was,
woven
that was a
into his head
detail
stuff.
that Matt seemed very very pleased with that detail that they'll carve the eyes into your skull. It's like Tarantino with
Oh yeah.
the swastika.
It's pretty interesting because Prime, is the major badass of all time. I've rarely been bested in battle, he proclaims. He's just like,
Barely
how many how many? 30, 30, 40,
30 guys.
35? I'll just kill them all. No biggie. You got an axe. I got one question. Do you have an axe? Boom.
I was talking yesterday about
So sick.
like the mundane moments. I like this one where Hari like dusts himself off. It's like very human.
Oh, where are we at on that one?
I don't know the
Oh yeah,
spread.
yeah, yeah. On the previous spread, yeah. He just like gets up and he's like, "Yeah, I was on the ground."
Oh, where's the axe? Tell me he wants
It's on the next spread is when he's talking
oh,
like,
there's the axe. Oh, I
yeah.
was way
Who are
behind.
they? The Wrecking Crew, sure.
This isn't easy with both looking at books blindly.
I know.
Well, they're all really good. My favorite thing is that anytime there's a silent panel in any comic, that's the panel I want to luxuriate on.
So we're getting this kind of like look of disbelief between the two of them, where they're just kind of like staring at each other like, the fuck?
All right, let's move on. He's got his axe.
Dude,
He's got the spikes. The spikes now
I like, go ahead, sorry.
the spikes help him fly. They're
Yes.
like
He
tails.
explains them. Yeah, it's later when he explains them, I think, but he's like, yeah, basically surfing on the Earth's magnetic.
There you go.
And okay, so he just spreads out his wings and flies away. And because this is kind of cool, like you spoke of ideals, the ideals of a Grendel, honor, courage, fidelity. And because you showed me them, now I shall be Prime.
Yeah,
And he
man.
just goes, okay, and then we snap back to these disgusting, disgusting
That is
dudes.
gross.
Well, I mean, hey, this is dirty, disgusting, beat up. They're like, my dick hurts, bring in the boy, and just like all of a sudden he's like balls deep.
Yeah.
And
Super Mad Max.
yeah,
Which one?
even worse. Like these guys are
Even
just
worse.
depraved. Well, then Prime lands.
Yeah, and he
And
lands. He definitely makes this pose in Devil's Quest.
Oh, yeah, I feel like that's like
Right?
his
That's
like
like the
hero
big moment.
landing.
He shows up and he lands.
Ba, ba,
Yeah,
bum. Yeah,
it's like a gymnast, the moment they land, and then they go.
exactly. Like, oh yeah, you're right. And then he stands up with the axe and he's like, "Who wants some?"
Yeah,
Actually, Matt went ahead and didn't have like a badass line because Prime is like, he don't need that shit.
yeah, man. This this 6-panel tier,
Yeah,
the Zappa on this page,
yeah,
the
dude.
very clear rhythmic balance that's being struck, like anyone can look at this and be like, "Oh yeah, comics are very exciting." Yeah, I apologize for ever thinking otherwise. So
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, so much happens. Okay, first he shoots him through the like gimp into his own dick. Like, so he
Oh no,
shoots.
and he shoots off his hand because his hand is on the guy's head. So
Oh
the
yeah,
bullet
it went through his hand,
lands the
through the
guy's
guy's
head.
head, through his dick. Yeah, that is a kill shot if I've ever seen it. And then he blasts off a dude's like lower chin. Just Prime is going through, and then beheads the last one, and just continues to rip. And the next spread is like, this is why you put your money down for a Grendel Prime comic. This is why you love indie books. And like this spread is you going out to the store and getting this book, and why we're not maybe showing it on the screen because it's like so epic. It's such a good feeling in the middle of this comic.
Yeah, the sauce is the whole thing. One thing that Matt is always really, really good at are fluid dynamics, the
Oh,
splatters of the blood. Think of the opening scene
Star Trek 6.
no, think of the opening
Not
scene
Star Trek 6?
in Devil, the one with the devil, Behold the Devil, where
Yeah.
it's just all blood.
Oh, yes. That one's all black, white, and red, and it's the whole spread.
Yeah,
Shout out to Andrew Barton. I think he showed us that he's got that one in his private collection.
but in this one, I'm looking at the one where is lower left, where he hurt not just blood, but hurt like
Oh,
her
intestines.
kind of like spool out.
Oh, yeah, that's so sick. And he's doing the like simplification of characters that you love too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at that scale, and then you scale them up and you get more detail. That's
Mm.
I'm told that's how cartooning works.
All the detail on this pile of people too. So
Really nice.
the Grendel Prime is who he is, and they're like, holy shit. And then the next page, I love this flip. He like is done. He like slaughtered this pile of people. The next one, he's just piling them up. Pyre time, y'all.
Yeah, I want to make a note that they still don't know. I
That
think
he's
they know
Prime.
that.
I
Yeah.
don't think they do.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's actually his narration when he
right.
says,
Sorry, you're right.
This is who I
Who
am.
I am.
Of
Yeah.
course, I always win.
A warrior. Yeah. That's a good point too, because, and maybe at this point they're like, wait a second, holy shit. Because there's gotta be, there's still technology and there's still history and there's still like, I wonder, do the Christine Spar films exist on a, drive somewhere for these people, like in the Grendel archives? Like,
There's a lot of really good stories.
yeah, so like, have they seen Prime with their own eyes, like in a historic film, or was he ever caught like on pictures,
Oh, like Loch Ness. Anyway, they the sequence
He's
ends.
like,
The day ends with narration by Prime. He knows what his new mission is. It's to be who he is, the symbol
yeah,
of Orion.
reinstate the king, the Grendel Khanate.
Right, the Khanate. Yeah, the Khanate. Yeah, here we
Khanate.
go.
And here's just a quick little. I do love the nerdery involved in explaining those wings.
Yeah.
By increasing or decreasing the capacitor flow, I can achieve anti-gravity motion. It is not full flight propulsion, more like levitational glider function.
Yeah.
Like he can shoot himself up and then surf those fucking waves, bro.
Sure, Bruce Wayne.
I love it. And again, I don't know. Brennan and Matt's work together is so awesome. The singular places where he uses the pencil shadings, the like on her mask at the end of this sequence, and there's just that
sure.
one little wave right
exactly.
there.
Yeah, check it out. Always look for a nook and cranny to pack it in so you can spread it out. So the nook is in that little triangle in her nose.
Oh yeah.
It's just there, and then it's spreading out around
yes.
circle.
So good.
But also, what's going on in that panel is that we haven't talked at all about Brennan. We did. We talked about
it's amazing.
Tone. But look at this one where he's stacking the bodies up. Look at the clouds, the color holds, and oranges and golds. Very nice.
The color in the pile, heads are accentuated, and then there's gradient.
Oh, it's so thoughtful. It's like it reminds me of, reminds me of Dave Stewart. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's one person that Brennan learned a lot from. And then this page turn is the end of the book. They're talking about it, and they're kind of reached a level of maybe they're chilling, and they got to a little techno babble, and then they're going to go to sleep. But Prime never sleeps.
We've relaxed enough to do techno babble.
Exactly.
It's I think that the giant sagging breasts and pendulous scrotum,
yes,
are Matt's ever present and dark sense of humor at play. And I think there's a scene in the next issue that I think made me laugh, but there's also a scene in the next issue that made me cry.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Then the letters column.
This one?
I do want to shout out Ghost Agent's own Dakota Alexander with this amazing Hunter Rose spread. I will say that he posted this on Facebook, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. And I added Matt in his comments. And I'm not, I just when I saw him do this a while ago, I was like, this is fucking amazing.
The finder's fee will be karmic, I'm sure.
No, I don't mean to say that, but I did. But this is amazing. So shout out to Dakota. This is super sick. Get your epic series. I do want to shout out one more spread. Oh wait, sorry.
This ad, we can't show the book, but I'll show this ad, which is quite satisfying.
Yeah.
I still don't have I don't have any of the new omnibus editions.
I don't either
yet. But I'm definitely due to replace the first one. I think I gave a bunch away to students.
Good for you.
They all got into it. As soon as I gave them, Grendel Tales, they were like, "Oh yeah. I don't know what this is, but I want
it." Yeah, I've got to see this. Man, I will say a shout out to my friend Ashton, who I got to hang out with, and he was just turning on to Grendel, and we went to Spiro's Heroes, this amazing place to dig, and he hooked into a vein of Grendel and got 3 or 4 Grendel tales in full.
Oh wow!
The Grist, the 2 and the 4, the Edvin Bukovic one, Stanley. No. What is it? Lieber.
Lieber. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to meet him at Rose City too, and I didn't even make the connection.
Oh no.
I was like, he's a Grendel. Anyway, a shout out to Gideon Kendall, his book, Cosmic Lion's Own, Gideon Kendall. Oh, he's doing a book with Eric Powell. Shout out to him. The book is great. I've read it.
Yeah.
And there it is.
He did a lot of Albatross stuff over the last, 5-10 years, I think.
Gideon did as well. Or Gideon did, yeah. That's amazing. Well, sick, Ben. I urge everyone to go out to the store. Just put this on your pull list for the next couple years, and just, I know you guys are. We're preaching to the choir, but get your friends too.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for sitting through the imageless bit.
Yes, it's a challenge.
You'll look along, and join in the conversation. Let us know what you thought about.
Yeah. Well, all right, Ben. With that said, Vivat Grendel.
Keep on Grendling, everyone.